In 1947, the DeAngelo brothers started selling pennants on Yawkey Way here around Fenway Park. Over the years, they grew 47 into what it is today. In that time, the brothers have seen some good moments in Boston sports and some bad ones. So in honor of that, we're counting down the top 70 moments in Boston sports since 1947. We're in the final stretch of our countdown, so here's moments 30 through 21, starting with moment number 30, Ray Bourque gives number 7 to Phil Esposito.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we hear from the man we honor tonight, Phil Esposito, Ray Bourque, the captain of the Bruins, will make a presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, what you see is what Ray Bourque will wear from now on. Ray Bourque is going to wear 77 as number 7 is retired.
You know, honestly, it was what this young man did tonight is something that I'll never, ever, ever forget. No matter what happens in my life, Raymond Bourque, never. The love affair that our team had with you fans is something, I'll tell you. You people made it all worthwhile. Thank you very, very, very much from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. In 2013, the Boston Marathon bombing left the city heartbroken. Many people turned to their beloved teams for comfort, and it was no surprise to anyone that Big Papi emerged as one of the leaders who helped the city in the wake of the tragedy. In the Red Sox first home game since the bombing, Big Papi took the mic and addressed the crowd, which leads us to moment 29.
It was inspiring. It was tragic what happened to the city and everything. I'm saying it was worldwide, everyone knew about it, but for him to bring everyone together in that moment was kind of unique, and I respect him even more for it.
This jersey that we wear today, it doesn't say Red Sox, it says Boston. We want to thank you, Mayor Menino, Governor Patrick, the whole police department for the great job that they did this past week. This is our fucking city. And nobody's gonna dictate our freedom. Stay strong. Thank you.
I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
It was perfect.
It really was.
Moment number 28, 1999 All-Star Game at Fenway Park. The summer of 1999 was highlighted by the MLB All-Star Game at Fenway Park. Before the game, Major League Baseball announced their all-century team as some of the greatest players in the history of baseball took the field at Fenway. Countless Hall of Famers were suddenly meeting their hero as Ted Williams, the greatest hitter who ever lived, was carted out to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the greatest hitter that ever lived, number 9, Hall of Famer, baseball legend, Ted Williams.
He tipped his cap to the crowd, shook hands with every player, and threw out the first pitch. This priceless moment was followed by Pedro Martinez striking out 5 of 6 batters to start the game, including Sammy Sosa and Marc McGwire, as he showcased his best stuff to the All-Star crowd. Moment number 27, Shane Victorino's 2013 ALCS Grand Slam. It was Game 6 of the 2013 American League Championship Series, and while the Sox led the series 3-2, they trailed in the game 2-1. This is until the bottom of the 7th, when Shane Victorino crushed a grand slam to put the Sox up 5-2.
0-2 the count. Here it is. Swinging a high fly ball left field deep, down the line, toward the wall. Grand slam! Shane Victorino with a grand slam, and the Red Sox have the lead.
Fenway Fenway Park went crazy as the Sox won the game and booked their trip to the World Series.
Every single thing counts, and so all these kind of things that you add up to a moment like tonight, makes it just that much more special. And I knew all along this was going to be a special team.
Moment number 26, David Ortiz's 2013 ALCS Grand Slam. Believe it or not, the Red Sox knocked 2 Grand Slams in the 2013 American League Championship Series. The first came in Game 2 when the Sox trailed 5-1 in the bottom of the 8th. David Ortiz stepped to the plate with the bases loaded.
Red Sox trailing 5-1, and Papi gets in. And the big right-hander, Benoit, delivers. Swinging a high deep drive into right field. That one's stalled to the right. Hunter on the move, racing back. It's over his head. It's gone. It's into the bullpen. This game is tied. This game is tied. David Ortiz. David Ortiz. David Ortiz.
Tigers outfielder Torrey Hunter flipped over the wall in an attempt to rob the homer. The moment was complete with dugout cop Steve Horgan lifting his arms in celebration with the rest of Red Sox Nation. Moment number 25, the Celtics' triple overtime win over the Suns en route to the 1976 NBA Finals title. Many consider Game 5 of the 1976 NBA Finals to be the greatest game in NBA history. The Boston Celtics and Phoenix Suns were tied at 2 games apiece and battled into triple overtime. The hectic game was full of controversy and frantic moments, including when fans stormed the court too early after the second overtime. But in the end, the Celtics prevailed in a 128-126 victory. The C's would go on to win the title in 6 games. Moment number 24, Nathan Horton's game winner in Game 7 of the 2011 Eastern Conference Final. The Boston Bruins had to win 3 Game 7s on their way to the 2011 Stanley Cup title. In the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bees went back and forth with the Tampa Bay Lightning, with no team able to grab any real momentum in the series. It came down to Game 7 at TD Garden. The game was locked at 0-0 until Nathan Horton was able to push one across and give the Bruins a 1-0 lead. They'd hold off the Lightning for the 1-0 shutout victory and advance to the Stanley Cup. Moment number 23, David Ortiz's 2004 ALCS walk-offs. Everyone knows this story. The Red Sox trailed the Yankees 3-0 in the 2004 ALCS. They hadn't won a World Series in 86 years, but then David Ortiz came on the scene. He hit a walk-off home run in the 12th inning of Game 4 and then followed it up with a walk-off single in the 14th inning of Game 5. These walk-offs on back-to-back nights and the eventual breaking of the curse of the Bambino propelled Big Papi into legendary status in Boston sports lore. Moment number 22, Damon's Grand Slam helped seal Red Sox 2004 ALCS comeback. Game 7 of the 2004 ALCS was the culmination of the Red Sox comeback from 3 games down, and there was no more defining moment than Johnny Damon's Grand Slam.
I remember when Johnny Damon hit that Grand Slam in 2004. It just was a good experience for me because I was with my grandparents and my grandpa was a Red Sox fan, and I got to relive that experience with him. And since then he's passed away, but it was just a good memory for me, really heartwarming.
Damon crushed the slam in the 2nd inning to put the Sox up 6-0. They wouldn't look back, winning the game 10-3 to advance to the World Series and finally defeat the hated Yankees in the playoffs.
Let's not break this thing.
The first game we played in Boston and we lost just 1 series. We saw a lot of fans crying and they're feeling hurt. And I think myself and all my teammates, we worry about it and when we keep that for ourselves. And that's one of the big reasons for us to come to the field and represent the way we did the last 4 games.
On January 19, 2002, the Oakland Raiders were taking on the New England Patriots in the AFC Divisional Round game. In the final minutes of the game, Tom Brady was sacked and fumbled the ball, which was recovered by the Raiders. However, upon further review, the refs determined that Brady was in the process of throwing the ball and it was an incomplete pass. Which brings us to moment 21, the tuck rule play.
If that call went the other way as a fumble, Oakland would have won the game.
But it was the break of a lifetime, started a dynasty.
Tuck rule was for a reason. It's wintertime, it's cold, it's New England. The boys from California and Oakland, they don't know how to play ball with New England and the snowflakes are falling down. When the snowflakes are falling down and Charles Winston goes to tap Tom Brady's hand, that's a tuck rule. That's a real rule.
After the tuck rule, Tom still had to drive us down, score a touchdown. Vinatieri still had to make the kick. A lot transpired after we got that break.
When you're going forward and you're going to throw a pass, it's a pass. That's an incomplete pass. Sorry, Charles Woodson. You may have won the Heisman Trophy over Peyton Manning, but we don't care.
That was the game that hooked me on the Patriots.
Great play.